what is user testing in general?
Yeah, so when you're building a product or a website, you can do testing with real users, and that can look like a few different things. But basically, you sit down real users in front of your product and have them try it out. And it is one of the most maddening and frustrating things you will ever do. Because no matter how carefully you have designed something and you think it's so beautiful, users will not be able to figure out how to do anything and it will drive you up the wall. But basically, you sit them down and give them a task and say, hey, find information about elephants on this website or put a product in a cart and check out. You give them a task like that to complete. And then you kind of observe as they go through that task. You see where they run into problems, where they run into issues, and where they get confused. And you keep track of how long it takes them to complete the task.
Yeah, as frustrating as it can be, it's probably one of the most valuable things you can do.
Absolutely. You can learn so much about your product, and you could spend hours looking at a screen of your app, for example, and in 2 or 3 user tests get way more information on what should be changed and how it should look by watching some real users attempt to use it.
Yeah, it's a real eye opener because you realize not everyone treats technology the same as you.
And everybody is super tech savvy, and you will have situations where you have a giant flashing red button in the middle of the screen that says click here, and users will go, I don't see where to click. I don't And it's really hard to not just do it for them.
Yeah, you can't help them if they're just staring blankly. You just have to let them.
Yeah, you can kind of step in and kind of gently nudge them if they start to get really frustrated. But yeah, you should generally try not to participate too much.
Yeah, and I would say user testing usually is targeted towards like the audience of the product that you're working on. Like if it's a business product, you're going to get the business people to come test it. Or if it's for non-tech savvy people, you're going to get non-tech savvy users.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to figure out who your user base is, and then that's who you want to recruit to come in and do the user test.